Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of Stainless Steel with Medieval 2 Total War, playing as Portugal, where last time we unfortunately lost both our daughters, disgraced as they've married to other factions, which means we're a little low on generals. But then again, we only have 5 territories at the moment, and when I say 5 I mean 4. We've got a pretty big army here under Prince Alfonso, off the back of a crusade down to Cairo that we didn't end up doing. And we're going to push towards the Cordoba, the capital, but that's going to be tough. We're also going to make sure that everyone else is doing something useful. We do have Gonçalo de Portugal here, who's not a particularly good commander, but he's a decent administrator, so we're going to keep him in Lisbon to make us some money. And we're going to keep recruiting. And we're going to turn, because there's not much else we can do. We're trying to find kind of Poland and Hungary. Sicilian princess gone by there. I think we've already spoken to Sicily. I'm just mostly curious to see what the Moorish Caliphate will do now. I think we haven't broken the back of them, but I think we've certainly pushed them back a little bit. But I know for a fact there's a very big army of the Moorish Caliphate somewhere nearby, which I'd rather fight on that bridge, so hopefully they'll push us. Because it's much easier to fight someone on the bridge, as we saw in episode 2. The Moors are pretty good at fighting in open combat. Okay, so that's going to be assaulting that fort. It might be clearing the way for another group to get to Seville. So we need to see how big that army is. Oh, I think those Portuguese troops got bribed. That's unfortunate. I think we lost those 11... We lost those 11 Unidades there to bribery. That's very unfortunate. One good thing is that Leon is at war with the Moorish Caliphate, so we've got some support in the Iberian Peninsula. There's a rebel merchant there, but rebel merchants are much scarier than they used to be in the base game. Yeah, Turncoat army. Representative for Gonçalo, Luisa Alvarez. We will absolutely do that because we want Gonçalo to start producing children. England and France are at war. Aragon and France are allies with the Papal States, which means England is going to be looked at pretty poorly by the Pope, I would imagine. Yeah, it's definitely the lowest kind of reputation with the Pope. Got a new family member, Brigida de Portugal. That's interesting. That sounds like a daughter to me. It is, and that will be a princess. That's good. Not that we've had much success with our princesses recently. We've done some good recruitment here. Let's work on our construction. We'll get a logging camp at Seville. And then Silva's has also got some stuff it can build. Now, Silva's is a town, so we want to think about money here as well. I'm going to get another priest here because it is Catholic, but we still need to keep working on increasing the Catholicism in the area for sure. Wouldn't mind a catapult maker. It is growing really rather quickly. It's going to take a long while to grow even more. So let's get a land clearance, because that's going to help with our income. Yeah, it's about another 70 a turn, but it will also cause more growth, so that's good. And that's just 4 units, I'm not too concerned about that. We might need to move...
Your orders,
what we'll do, move King Henrique up to Seville. And this will hold our front line here. these two spear militia can head over towards Seville, but go to the Portuguese fort for now.
Yes. Orders.
So you three guys head over to Seville to reinforce that. And you guys head down here
Yes.
to this fort, and then again we'll move across next turn. I will just let them have that fort. I've only got 50 archers in there, it's not going to be worthwhile to do that. I'm going to push forward here though.
Sultan wishes you dead.
We don't normally trade with the enemy.
How's our merchant here doing?
Ready
Only
to trade.
32, he's not a particularly good merchant.
Ready
This
to
guy's a
trade.
little bit better.
Give me a name, and I'll give you his coin.
Can't do much of the merchant takeover, unfortunately. Right, let's try to clear up some of these smaller armies if we can. Okay, 2 separate armies. Nubian spearmen, spear militia, peasant crossbowmen, and spearmen and Tuareg camel spearmen, who can be pretty tough, but they shouldn't be too bad. I just want to start clearing out some of these armies.
Kill them all, men.
Kill them all, men. Because eventually we are going to want to push to Cordoba. Cordoba is an excellent money maker. It's a very high quality town in general. So for that we want to be able to take it, but Cordoba is always heavily guarded in this campaign, I find. So we'll see if that's a possibility. We might need to go for their kind of softer troops and softer places instead. Right. Got a lot of basic levy archers here who probably not going to do that much useful stuff for us. Let's get ourselves set up regardless. We've got a lot of yeah, we've got a lot of finiters here. We actually need to put these crossbowmen with the archers. And then, of course, our infantry at the front.
The enemy have brought up more men. They hope to make up in numbers what they lack in bravery.
And we can let them come to us, but we've got so many of these guys that we may as well push them. There are these peasant crossbowmen, which I'd like to deal with, if possible. So we're mostly going to use our cavalry here, but again, cavalry is certainly heavy cavalry is a little bit of a, not a dying breed, but is a rarity for us to have at the moment, so we need to use them effectively. Okay, put you on skirmish mode, put you on Cantabrian Circle. Hopefully stop any archers attacking you, and start firing at those Nubian spearmen. Actually, fire at the peasant crossbowmen, those are my real concern. Well, they're not a huge concern, but I'd like them dead nonetheless. Oh, you guys are getting a little bit close for comfort there. Okay. Man, it's nice to have a lot of skirmisher cavalry. Right, you guys push the peasant crossbowmen, because then these spearmen by themselves won't be too much of an issue. You guys just keep working on the Nubian spearmen there. I'm not too concerned about the other army just yet, they're a bit too far away to be of use to the Moors at the moment. Okay, they're routing, that's good. You guys don't need to be skirmishing anymore. Okay, that army's pretty much broken, that's
The
good.
battle is in our favor. If we remain true and
Pull
wholehearted,
back.
victory will be ours.
You pull back, you've got no ammo now. So I don't want you to engage in fighting unnecessarily. Okay. Let's charge. And what we'll do is just charge into the back of them, and that should break them completely. Okay, that's not quite what I asked you to do, but it might work, I suppose. How are we doing there? Okay, they're shaken.
Only half the enemy force
You're
remains.
routing, so just keep on fighting them.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
Okay, pressure to these guys again. Cause a rout. You guys probably can stop firing. We'll save your ammo for the next
Praise the Almighty. Our
attack.
enemy has lost his
Right,
stomach
you
to
guys,
fight. We must
reform the
push
line,
our
please.
advantage.
Let them come to us. There's only to us to kind of push our luck too much here. You guys join up there because you're now all melee. Let's just reform the line here. Actually, yeah, you guys can run. Just look out this group here.
Glorious heaven above. Our men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well. Give the dog some wine, and be sure he can see us defeat the rest of his army.
Right, let's just take out these two groups here. And we'll just reform the line waiting for the next group to come in. Okay, those spearmen might be a little bit of a problem. Because spearmen are
praise the day before sunset, but our men
are pretty
winning
good
the
at
battle and
scaring
forging a worthy
horsemen.
victory.
So that's something we need to be aware of. But do just knock out the rest of those Nubian spearmen so they don't come and reform. Okay, these are technically classified as heavy cavalry. These guys do hurt. So what we'll do, we'll send our... Okay, that's fine. You've done enough there now. Over to this side, please. Get yourselves reformed. And we'll get these guys to go after the spearmen. I'm not too concerned about the spearmen issue at all. However, the camel spearmen, I don't really want to engage with my own cavalry. These guys aren't ranged, these guys are melee. You guys are moving extraordinarily slowly for cavalry. I'm aware you're winded. I need you to move a little bit quicker than that, please. Right, we're starting to attack the spearmen now, which is good. You are out of ammo, so get out of there. As are you. Anyone who's out of ammo, get out of there. Okay, we've knocked out, what, 20 of them so far? It's pretty good. Put you in your own group. There we go. We're now pretty much out of ammo. Get out of there. Run! Okay. You go for the spearman here. Get our own cavalry over here, please. And we can basically just flank them, I would think. I'm concerned a little bit about those spearmen. Those cavalry spearmen. Let's see if we can force some tap in here. Do not run through the camels. Go around, please. Oh, they're going to massacre those They're going to massacre those light cavalry.
The battle is in our favor.
Let's knock out the spearmen. Okay, they're routing. That's good.
Victory will be ours.
Actually, just charge down those spearmen. That's the only thing that's left. If we take out those spearmen, that's all we need to worry about now. And then everyone would have routed. And then we can just... We've got plenty of light cavalry and also heavy cavalry. We should be able to ride everyone down.
Praise
There we
the
go.
Almighty.
That's it.
Our enemy has
You
lost his
guys
stomach to
stop
fight.
firing.
We must push our advantage.
You guys can stop moving as well. We'll just get in the way. Let's just see how many prisoners we can get here. Don't know how... We're still losing quite a few Hunters, which is not great. Chase down those spearmen for me, please. This is when it's nice to have a lot of light cavalry. Excellent at chasing down prisoners, but also I just like having lots of range. And most of our ranged kind of benefits are not coming from the levy archers here.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
Oh, Prince Alfonso the Merciless. When did he pick that up? And I don't think he had that epitaph before. I think it's epitaph, that's what it says. Apologies for any flashing down the bottom here. It's just something that this game seems to do. You'll be executed. Excellent. Let's merge what we can here. And we'll attack cut in halves, because that's a lot of artillery which I want dead.
We shall send them to hell or worse. March! We show little mercy.
Yeah, I want that artillery
They
dead.
deserve none.
Fighting on a bridge is not ideal,
Any of them. Waste no time as spare.
but I don't want to be fighting that artillery later on. Okay. Thankfully we're not fighting on a bridge, we are fighting on a very big hill. I think the best thing we can do here is just rush them, unfortunately, because we need to get that artillery quickly. I don't really see a better option for ourselves. So let's just get ourselves set up here. And we get going straight away. Same with our Hunters as well. They're going to start firing on us pretty quickly here. And again, they do have some of these Turek camels as well. All you guys want to put onto loose formation. So if you do get attacked by a ballista or a catapult, less of you get hit at once. It does make you a less compact group overall. But I want this artillery off the field, if possible. Okay, Gentiles are ready. Let's get them closer. Get them to start attacking the spearmen. Oh no! Careful! Oh, that's a big hit to the general. I should have seen that one coming really. We only lost 2 horses there. This is why it can be dangerous. We need to knock out these catapults quickly if possible. We're going after this spearman, which is good. Charge these spearmen here. We're just going to have to be quite aggressive in how we act in this battle, I think.
Our men have slain the Saracen general.
Oh, that's good.
Now we must send his men running back to the desert.
Okay, pull back because you're going to be charged by the heavy cavalry there. Hunters, get involved. Actually, charge the ballista.
It's unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
Those guys will charge the catapult. That's good. Those spear militia have already broken. Let's take out those spearmen there. Okay, just be careful of those camel spearmen. They will hurt, but again, with the Hunters we should be able to do a decent bit of damage to them. That's not a spectacular charge, but they are now routing, which is good. Charge that catapult, please. Okay, pull back. We're mostly just using our cavalry here overall. Let's look out some of those spear militia that's charging us. That is still firing, and I don't want it to be. We're taking... Our cavalry is taking big loss. Although we have broken that spear militia.
Enemy force remains.
We are running out of heavy cavalry at this point, I would say.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
You guys are wavering, that's good. But pull back, because the spear militia will massacre those Hintes in close quarters. I would think. Thankfully they're broken, actually, so just push them now. Yeah, we definitely lost a few there. You guys, who do we need you to push? Okay, those Trag spearmen are broken, that's good. That's the last group ready to go. That's attacking us. I just didn't want to be fighting these ballista troops at a later date where it's going to be much tougher for us. We have lost a bit of cavalry here, but it's worth it, I would say. The infantry can just charge a spear militia there. And that should really be the battle. I think that's the last group in general. There is a Moorish troop somewhere around here. I don't... Oh, it'll be the...
Praise the Almighty!
Be the
Our
ballista.
enemy has lost his stomach to fight. We must push our advantage.
Okay. You guys just charge them down. There should also be someone behind as well. Oh, it's just one ballista. Fine. Chase him down, I suppose. You can stop firing. And that's pretty much the battle. We can call things there.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
44 men lost, including mostly cavalry, unfortunately. Although some of it was with a spear militia, so that's not too bad. But again, we're trying to just knock down the Moors a little bit here. I still don't know why it's flashing.
No!
Excellent. Prince Alfonso is getting even more command stars now, which is excellent. Pull back to our famous bridge, site of our famous bridge battle. These 81 spearmen are going to go home to Seville.
My lord.
And they'll be replaced, I guess, by those mercenary spearmen. We'll send those over to Prince Alfonso to kind of replace there. Everyone else is doing something. I suppose we could have actually... I'm actually going to switch out to get a church here at Suez, because while we're 58% Catholic, we just want to make sure that we stay Catholic and keep the Pope happy. Let's see if we can start turning...
My lord.
I think it's this... Yeah, Andalusia. Catholic. Because this is now fairly Catholic. And actually, Gabriel de Castello, look at this, strictly religious. You're probably a candidate for another cardinal.
My lord.
Let's move you into this territory here. Same with our Manuel, our current cardinal. Manuel's a little bit old. He might die at some point. Bento the Unorthodox is also pretty good. We'll start see if we can flip Cordoba to be a bit more Catholic. And we should be getting a new priest in Silves next turn. Speaking of which, let's end the turn and see what happens. I'm expecting Seville to come to siege because I don't know why they would assault the fort unless they had a plan to push further into Seville. Because it's a bigger map, actually, you kind of get less idea what's happening in the rest of the world. I didn't move my diplomat up towards Poland and Hungary. I should have done so. That's where that big force is. Okay. Relatively healthy, military-minded, military education, promising commander, dauntless, so +2 morale, that hurts, as well as general hit points. For fighter, the King's Eye. I'd much rather fight you on a bridge. You guys are going to have to pull back though.
Nothing to salvage here. Scatter. Flee.
Okay, these two smaller armies are dead, I would think. There's not much we can do about that. That's where the big force is. I wonder where it was. Withdraw as best you can.
A good day's march ends.
I imagine they might push Silves, so actually what we want to do is probably put a fort down on that bridge to the left. That's not something we can win, so just automatically resolve that. I will ransom them back though. I suppose I shouldn't have let them go just completely by themselves, but, you know. They've actually left that fort outside Seville alone, that's good. I wouldn't mind a truce with the Moors. Because then we can think about going after some island territories. We're going to lose our merchant here. Rebel merchants are very, very strong. And this merchant is pretty weak overall. Yeah, there we go. Still, we had him for a little while. Probably the best thing we can do is actually ship them over to North Africa. And train them up there. At the behest of the Byzantine Empress, Irene the Pantocrator Monastery has been built at Constantinople. Within its walls there lies the most beautiful church, richly decorated with mosaics and rare marbles, the most modern hospital in Europe with staff of 50, and a mausoleum dedicated to St. Michael the Archangel, where many of the great emperors will be laid to rest. And the First Lateran Council. The great meeting of all the bishops and archbishops of the West has ended. The meeting has introduced many new canon laws. These laws include provisions forbidding those of the church from marrying or taking concubines, separation of spiritual and temporal affairs, and provides for safeguards for the families of crusaders. Also, excommunication is now the punishment for any layman appropriating church offerings or fortifying a church as a stronghold. Speaking of which, I will attend. We might give our priests a little bit of a benefit. Sicily and the Byzantine Empire are at war, and the Moorish Caliphate and Genoa have declared a truce, unfortunately. New priest at Silves. Oh, you're good. Straight away, and you're only 30. Bartholomew, you might be you're likely to be a future cardinal. Bless, growing faith, strictly religious, and a bishop. Pretty damn good. In fact, hire me a merchant as well. You're an excellent spreader of the faith. Let's get you over here into enemy territory, so to speak. I brought now as a brothel. I'm probably not going to build the public gallows. I don't see that's particularly useful, to be honest. Train another bishop up here. And actually build me a spy as well, because our spies are kind of dead. We need a new one. Motion assets seized as expected. Your age, you're probably a little too late for us to really invest too much in there. I'm just going to get a boat and another priest here at Lisbon. Interesting, we can seem to require, I don't know why, we can hire a bunch of priests. I don't think we usually can. I wonder if that's because we attended the Laterian Council or not. Give me some more of these, please. Okay, you guys retrain next turn.
Even if they do not deserve it, I will offer the infidels a fair fight.
Ooh, Fairy Cavalry hurt. Yeah, quality is elite. They're long range as well. This is an army we only really want to fight on the actual bridge.
Despite being an infidel, I respect you in battle.
Caliph Ali the Chivalrous has authority of 10. That's pretty impressive.
We shall send them to hell or worse.
I'm actually going to try assassinate him quickly.
We tore them apart, my lord. Victory!
As my lord wills.
Because
March to battle.
if we can replace him with a general that has less authority,
Honor, glory.
then they'll have less cohesiveness across the board. So I think that's an important thing for us to do. But luckily we might even get a man of the hour, but I doubt it. But let's just assassinate this guy. We've got the speed over him. We've got light skirmisher cavalry, we should be okay. I think I've got to watch out is that this 19 are the general's unit, so we don't want them to die. But with this many missile cavalry, this bodyguard will actually really struggle to do anything to us. They're already down to about half their unit now.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
But he's got such high authority, it means that none of his troops will ever rebel, and generally his word is seen as law within his kingdom, or the caliphate in this case. And because of that we want to assassinate him, because probably the new general or the leader of the Moorish caliphate will not have so much authority, and we want to take advantage of that as best we can. And then we'll rejoin these guys up with the other troops and kind of go from there, really. Okay. These Hintes are going to struggle because they're fighting that bodyguard. But thankfully there's only 4 of them left, so we should be okay.
Before sunset. Praise the Almighty.
Carry on.
Our enemy has lost his stomach to fight. We must push our advantage.
Okay, that's just him. It's just him left. Get him dead. Get him off the field. We can probably sell him unless we end up actively killing him. Oh, stop firing, because you're just going to kill more of our own troops here. You stop firing, Will. You're just killing more of our own troops.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
That was an unnecessary amount of deaths, but our own troops accidentally hit our own troops. 28 troops lost, so be it. He doth nothing but talk of his horse. Absolutely. He is worth 11,000, but no, I want him dead. Moorish Caliph is dead, absolutely. Ooh, man of the hour. I was hoping we might get a man of the hour. Relatively healthy, military-minded, basic military education, promising commander winning first. Your piety is horrendous. But we'll take you. It's good to have another general. Rui de Castello. Who have you... Okay, so you've been kind of adopted by Prince Alfonso. That's fine. It's good to have another general. So the game's kind of seen that we don't have enough and has given us a new one here. You guys are going to go rejoin Prince Alfonso on the bridge, because I imagine we'll have to fight those guys. You go here, and I'm going to get Rui de Castello home to somewhere a bit safer. For now he can just go in Silves, that's fine. What I'm going to do probably is maybe try come over here and take this little island. I can't quite remember what it's called. He may not need a huge force.
Orders.
Maybe he can take the force from inside here. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Your orders,
How are we doing money-wise? We're doing okay. I don't think there are any mercenaries nearby.
my lord.
So what we'll do, we'll get the guys in the Portuguese fort to
My Sultan wishes
go
you
with Rui de Castelo here. That's fine.
dead.
I want those forces off the field as well.
Your orders, number one. God will be with us, men. To battle.
Oh, that's difficult because there's a cavalry. We don't want to be fighting them. I shouldn't have sent the king out by himself. That was silly of me.
Your Majesty. Yes.
Let's just give him some support here.
Onward.
Yalla, my Sultan wishes you dead.
And let's just get these guys off the field.
Engage them honorably, my lord. Blessed Lord, we thank you for delivering
Fine.
us.
Now pull back there. We've done
Who do I face?
our duty there, really.
Your orders, noble one.
I'm expecting another big fight on the bridge. Wow, look, some of the kind of Catholic factions doing very well with kind of the reputation of the Pope. But we're starting to get Cordoba a bit more Catholic now, which is good. I'm concerned about this force.
Even if they do not deserve it, I will offer the infidels a fair fight.
That's not something I want to fight in the open field, if entirely possible. I suspect they may actually push Silves this turn.
Your orders, noble one. Let me strike, my lord.
Fine, we'll see what they do. Rui's not very Catholic, so we might need to keep him away from that Inquisitor, our new man of the hour. Because these Inquisitors can actually not assassinate, but kind of deem someone be burned at the stake if they're not deemed pious enough. And we don't want that. Here we go. Is this a bridge battle? Oh, it is, but we're going to have to cross the bridge. Fine. So what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to cross that bridge, attack this smaller force, and then turn around and fight Sabah ibn Yalaf.
They will regret not fleeing first. Kill them all.
And we're going to have to fight this because there's no real way for us to run away. We're going to have to cross the bridge quickly, is the only thing.
It is an honor to be thought a well-educated man, for are we not a nation of erudite warriors? But I tell you that in all the books I have ever studied, I have never seen an account of creatures as lowly as our foes. However, my learning leads me to suspect that they may die as easily as other men. Our foes today are Moors, which means that they are all heathens and godless loons. Killing them is a duty and a pleasure for all good men.
Okay.
Units, await my orders.
They're going to attack us from behind. So we need to get across this bridge quickly. So what I'm going to do, I'm putting a high... We're going to have to just... This could go really badly wrong if we're not careful. We're just going to have to break through as quickly as we can here. Archers. In fact, what I want them to really do is go in a line. And then get you guys all together. and get our Hinterlands together as well. Because they'll probably charge us pretty quickly here.
The
Right.
enemy have brought
Pause.
up more men. They hope to make up in numbers what they lack in bravery.
There's a big force coming in behind us. We have no choice but just to charge across at speed and see what we can do. I don't really want to charge all these spearmen with my cavalry first, so we're going with our own spearmen as a starting point. We'll then follow with the archers. The Hinterlands we might be able to use to buy us some time. The general will get moving as well. Let's go. You guys are going to have to push quickly. They'll take a little bit of time to get in, but not that much. I think they're pushing us, which is also probably not a great thing. Everyone just go. If we get stuck on the bridge, we're dead here. Don't let the general charge in first, though. Don't let our cavalry charge in very first thing. We've got Crusader Foot Knights. That's the most important thing. Now go. Oh, they're catching up quickly. This could be a really bad thing for us. We need to get across this bridge quickly. I'm hoping we've got the numbers just to cause these guys to struggle. But it's going to be a bottleneck here.
My lord, the tide of battle seems to have turned against us.
I know.
We must act and halt this turn of events.
I know it has. We need to break through here quickly. Come on. We've got to break through one way or another. One spearman group, come back over here. I'm going to need you to defend this other side of the bridge. Because these are all archers. I'd actually prefer you fire over here, to be honest. It's mostly just missile cavalry coming in. So I'm actually going to get my spearmen to maybe... No, don't pull back. Fine, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Now we must send his men running back to the desert.
This is not the way I wanted this to go. Really didn't want this to end up this way. Come on, break through, please. Also be careful that our general doesn't die in combat here. We've nearly broken through, we've nearly broken through.
The enemy
Good.
are badly
Right, pause.
blooded. They have lost half their men.
Infantry, set up here. You get the archers up here. Get our general and our few remaining cavalry up here. And our archers... Oh, these guys up here. All of you need to run. You need to go quickly, please. At least let's get our general out of here. Then we turn around and we fight what comes in the other end. That group of archers is probably dead. I mean, it can act as a little bit of a stopgap while the rest of our forces get into position here. How are we doing? Oh, 17%, fine. You guys get up the hill, you're not that useful at the moment. These archers, due credit to them, they are holding out for as long as possible. Turn off skirmish mode, enable guard mode. Your job is just hold while we get the rest of our forces in position. Would you believe they're routing? I'm not really surprised. But they've done well. Speaking of other archers, how are they doing? They're getting position. Right. Archers. I feel like this bridge is going to be an important place for many different occasions. Right, they're pushing. Go. Now! Attack them now. We might be able to cause a mass rout because they're still charging us one at a time. If we can attack their light cavalry and their skirmish cavalry, those will rout pretty quickly. But this is a tough general. He has a lot of morale benefits, so that's something you have to bear in mind. Keep attacking, please. Just keep going. We do not have much of a front line here. Attack that bodyguard. Where are you guys going? Get back here. I don't need you attacking a routing horse. I need you attacking this army here. We need to get that general. If we take that bodyguard, other things might follow. Turn off skirmish mode because what good is it going to do really? If they got to that point, they're already dead. I don't want to commit my own light cavalry. They'll die, and they'll cause a rout. And if we do end up routing, we'll end up routing through the other. We'll end up routing through the army, and we don't want to do that. We just need to have this general. If we take this general, the others will follow, hopefully. Okay, I don't know why you guys aren't firing, but you should be, please. We need all abilities to fire here. Get our general over here. We might be able to charge into the side of them if we're lucky. What we'll do, we'll commit to charging here at least once or twice because we need to take out this general. Make sure you're not accidentally shooting our own troops. We don't want that. His bodyguards put him back, unfortunately. Sending our general to just try turn the tide a little bit. No, stop pursuing. Get back in there. Right, cavalry, get out of there.
The enemy general lies
Good.
dead.
That's
Good
excellent.
riddance to that desert dog.
That might just help us here.
Will break his immense resolve.
Come on, lads, we got this. I think we turned the tide here. Which is excellent. Our infantry are very, very dead. I don't need you to charge them. I need you to actually just go across the bridge here. They are very tired. This is not a one battle yet by any means. Okay. Go off those Nubian spearmen. If we get these Nubian spearmen off the field, that would work. Okay, we lost that unit of archers, but they serve their purpose really. Take out these Nubian spearmen. We need these guys off the field really. Still a decent force coming in. Got to watch out for them. Okay, those Nubian spearmen are broken. Get our cavalry out of there. I think it's mostly just range now coming in. Charge those as archers, please, quickly. That's not what I've asked you to do. But I know you're routing, I know you're very tired. Well, not routing, but you are very tired. So I do understand that you might not be obeying orders as much. But this is not a done deal just yet. Look how many corpses there are on the field, that's horrendous. Get in there. Lost 42%, they lost 70%, so even if we now lose, I'd say we've done pretty well overall. Come on, spearmen. I'm glad we had the Crusader Foot Knights with us. They've probably helped us win this battle. There's not many of them left, but they've done their duty. Keep it still moving in the right direction, hopefully. Or actually, maybe what we'll do, we'll move our ranged troops down to here. They might have a slight... actually, they're probably better off. They're probably better off up on the hill. That's fine. Everyone is very tired, though.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way.
Understandably
Let's
so.
pray it remains as such.
I think they might be running. But we'll see. Let's not push them too much. I'd much prefer just to hold here. As with what few troops we have left. Let them push us. This is not somewhere I'm having to trying to kill everyone. I'm just trying to kill enough to cause a general rout. I imagine they will push with their own range. And there is this ferry cavalry, and the ferry cavalry do hurt. Put you in guard mode. Just so many corpses. This was definitely a lot more difficult than the previous bridge battle because we had to get across the other side of the bridge and fight from there. Otherwise we wouldn't have stood a chance. If we were fighting there and with the other guys behind us, we would have really struggled. Okay. Archers, I want you to actively shoot the ferry cavalry. If possible. There we go. And okay, we'll just shoot anyone, in fact. And spearmen go. Just shoot wherever we can, really. But I want these ferry cavalry dead, because I mean these are missile cavalry. They're elite missile cavalry. My hope is they're still missile cavalry. They'll still fall to spearmen, hopefully. But this is by no means a done deal yet. There's still a lot of troops coming in. And
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle.
But our melee forces are really struggling now.
Victory.
And I don't think this is where our skirmish cavalry or skirmishers will shine. Oh, they're coming with flaming arrows. That's interesting. Okay, they're trying to break our morale. Flaming arrows are good for morale, but they're not very good for killing people. I possibly could have used flaming arrows, but it also tanks my computer. And on such a large, vast battle, I didn't think that was a good option for us to do. Okay, we are breaking them now, that's good. Including the ferry cavalry, so I'm happy about that. Is this mostly just archers back here? I think it is. So what we'll do, we will just push now with our remaining melee. I'll try to keep our other troops alive. Stop firing. I'll just try to keep our other troops alive as best possible. And just commit to using as many of my melee troops as possible. They are absolutely exhausted, understandably so. But let's just see how many we can get off the field here. We'll speed up time because this is just a question of just a bit of a scrum now.
Only half the enemy force remains. The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
There is a group of Nubian spearmen in here who might hurt. And we need to be a little bit careful these guys don't rout. But if we can get through those Nubian spearmen, the rest shouldn't be a problem. Right, let's carry on. Oh yeah. Okay, we're starting to get a few routes here. Come on lads, you got this. Okay, those spearmen are broken.
Is in our favor. If we remain true and
Now the spearmen are broken, we can probably go with our own cavalry as well, actually. And our cavalry is fresh, we can get them involved here. Goodness me, that was a tough battle. Our Crusader Foot Knights, there's only 4 of them left. Right, Nubian spearmen are back in. So we'll be a little bit careful with our general here. I'm just trying to give them some additional support to our melee troops here. So 85% killed. We're definitely going to need to replenish our troops from somewhere, that's for sure. Just trying to push these desert archers because I think they're the last remaining group.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle. Praise the
Oh,
Almighty.
there we go.
Our enemy
Right,
has
pause.
lost his stomach to fight.
Infantry,
We must push our advantage.
take a break. Hinatez, you're going to come across and help us out here. That being said, there's not that many prisoners to take. It's just these guys here. Goodness me. 50% of our troops lost. Will our fresh light cavalry go and chase down these prisoners?
By the Lord above, our foe has been much humbled. Let all who remember this day remember it as the day of our most glorious victory.
I'm chuffed with that. Tough old fight, that one. And we won't have broken the back of the entire army there, because a lot of them will have just retreated off the field, but the ones that we do have, we are going to execute as normal.
No.
I imagine they might have another force at Cordoba amassing. So I'll have to see if we can reinforce that force, maybe from Seville or somewhere else. We'll have to see. But we dealt a big blow there. I'm chuffed with that. Rui's got a bride, excellent. King Aragon is dead. And we've improved religious dealings in the Moorish capital, good. Powerful states we are now perfect with. Nearly. Diplomatic information. The Moors and Leon are at truce, that's unfortunate. Okay. Prince Alfonso the Merciless, he's getting even better. Got a bunch more bishops here. Man, I don't know why we can keep... For some reason we can just keep hiring more bishops. This is great. So let's keep doing so. We can just swarm... We just swarm them with Catholicism.
Ready to trade.
It's not only a bad idea, to be honest. Bring you down to North Africa.
Leaving the ship. Ready
You're not very
to
good
trade.
and you're already aged, so it's not ideal.
Ready to trade.
Send you down to the island down there.
Moving.
Yes.
Bring you back up north.
Full sails.
In a Porto, let's get a spy. I don't know why we can get another spy, to be honest. And we don't really need one. Let's get some just more general troops. At Seville. We'll get a brothel, that's fine. We'll just keep on causing as much religious unrest in here as possible.
Got some new exotics to trade with us, perhaps.
Listen to me, Sidi.
Because that's just generally going to be pretty useful for us, I would think. That's going to take a while before Reporter's ready to upgrade. Okay. Prince Alfonso here is going to be pretty battered overall. But he should be able to hold out. He needs more melee troops for sure, though.
I will not waste words on you, infidel.
But I tell you what, we'll leave things there. Next time, we might be able to make a push on Cordoba. And our new general here, Rui de Castello, what we'll do with him is probably take a fairly small force. In fact, we can get the force ready for him now. Down here to Silves.
My lord. Yes?
It's not a huge force.
Orders. March.
And what we'll do, we'll get the boat ready. And we'll send him over to maybe go knock out an island or two.
My lord.
Wouldn't be a bad thing for us to try.
End the hostilities. Then we can talk again.
So we'll call things there. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.